nervous system. The basic and functional unit of nervous system is nerve cells, that is called as neuron. First we discuss about the neuron, what is the structure of neuron, what is the function of neuron, how they are helpful for conduction of impulses from one region to another region. That part we will discuss, and then we will start basic central nervous system. Nervous system is actually divided into two parts, that is nervous system. It is divided into two parts. One is central nervous system, another is peripheral nervous system. These are the basic two nervous system. Central nervous system further contain brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system further divides into again two parts, that is autonomous nervous system and voluntary. Autonomous nervous system again divides into two parts, that is sympathetic and parasympathetic. So in this way, nervous system is divided into different parts. What are those parts? First is central nervous system. Nervous system is basically divides into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system again divides or having two components, brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system composed of autonomous nervous system and voluntary nervous system. Autonomous nervous system, we can call it involuntary also. Autonomous means automatic actions are going on. So we can call it involuntary actions also. So autonomous nervous system then again further divides into two, that is sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic. This sympathetic and parasympathetic, this system are working opposite to each other. How? For example, autonomous means, as I told you, it comes under involuntary actions. Now in involuntary actions, for example, we can consider some of the actions like heartbeats, then constrictions and dilation of blood vessels, secretion of enzymes, heartbeat, blood vessel, secretion of certain enzymes, and many other processes are like circulation of blood and rest of the thing. Lot many activities are going on in the body which are considered as a like functioning of urinary bladder. Everything comes under autonomous nervous system, or those parts are working, internal organs are working automatically like respiration and everything. So here what is the role of the sympathetic and parasympathetic? As I told you, they are working opposite to each other. For example, if sympathetic help for contraction or increasing heartbeat or contraction of heart, then parasympathetic work opposite. It relax heart, decrease heartbeat. If sympathetic help for constriction of blood vessels, then parasympathetic help for relaxation or dilation. If sympathetic help for secretion of saliva, parasympathetic stop or inhibit secretion of saliva. If sympathetic help for secretion of digestive juices or gastric juices, parasympathetic inhibits the secretion of those material. So these two systems are present in the body and they are working opposite to each other. If we say they are working opposite to each other, then what is the use of this system? Of course there is use of this system. If one system is increasing certain material or certain activity, for example contraction of heart is increasing, it should not be like that, should be less, then this system is there which is opposing and make it to relax. If pressure of blood is too high, it moves above 120, but should not be more, has to be less, then parasympathetic is there which manage with it. So both the system are present in the body. One is increasing certain activity. If that activity is essential, is bearable by body, then it allow it to. But if it is dangerous for body, then other system is there which bring it under control. So that is the role of sympathetic and parasympathetic. Whatever maybe the systems are there, basic unit of nervous system is neuron. So here we discuss about the structure, function and function of neuron. Neurons are also called as a nerve cell. So here we discuss first about the structure of neuron. Basically, neuron, that is the nerve cell, this is the biggest cell in our body. Neuron is divided, this cell is divided into three parts. First is dendrites. Second is cell body called as a cytone or soma. And third is axon, end part, that is called as the axon. In this way, in three parts, cell is divided. The structure is somewhat like this. This is the central part, biggest part. This is the cell body. This cell body is called as a cytone. And inside the cytone, cytoplasmic, like cytoplasm, cytoplasmic material which is called as neuroplasm. This material is called as neuroplasm. With well-defined prominent nucleus. Dense neuroplasm with prominent nucleus. This cell body from one side give rise to hair-like structures, fine fibers called as nerve fibers. These fine nerve fibers which are called as dendrites. From one end, neuron give rise to dendrites. And from another end, it give rise to long tail-like structure called as axon. These axon, first we label it, these are dendrites. This is cell body called as cytone. This tail-like structure, long structure is called as axon. Now axon is covered with a layer called as myelin sheath. This layer is called as myelin sheath. In each and every neuron, myelin sheath is not present. In each and every neuron, myelin sheath is not present. In some of the neuron, myelin sheath is present, somewhere myelin sheath is not present. This myelin sheath, what is the role of myelin sheath? It works as an insulator and helps to transmit impulse as fast as possible. Faster impulses are going to move fast in case of presence of myelin sheath. This nerve or axon has terminating end, that is called as nerve ending, and it ends in a knob-like structure. This region is called as nerve ending, and it ends in a knob-like structure. These knobs are called as synaptic knobs. Synaptic knobs. Also this region, whole region is called as nerve ending. Now in cytone, neuroplasm is there. Neuroplasm is present in cytone. Well-defined nucleus is present. Well-defined nucleus is present in cytone. Golgi bodies are present in cytone. And one important Nissls granules. Nissls granules are present in cytone. What is the role of this Nissls granule? They are like rough endoplasmic reticulum, and like in rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are present over it. Here Nisser's granules are there which help for synthesis of protein. So in this way, this is the composition or this is the material present inside the cytosol. Now, how this is the structure of neuron. Neuron is divided into cell body called cyton or soma. From one end, cyton give rise to nerve fibers which is called as dendrites. In this way, neuron divides into three parts: dendrites, cyton and axon. Axon is covered with myelin sheath called as myelinated axon. If myelin sheath is not present, it is called as non-myelinated axons. Nerve endings are there which ends in synaptic knobs. Now, how electric impulses or how impulses passing through the neuron. Impulses passes in form of electric impulse. Now, how this electric impulse develop? As soon as the stimuli received by tip of dendrites, here only the set of chemical reaction takes place. Set of chemical reaction takes place because change in ionic level, ions get changed and shuffle, which trigger the other chemical composition and reactions inside, and this stimulus enters in the cell body. From cell body, these stimuli moves in axon in a rapid manner, that is called as electric impulses. In a very fast manner, this ions and this set of chemical reaction which triggers the action, these ions, because of change in ions or movement of ion from in and outside the membrane, immediately the movement takes place and it moves at a fast speed. That speed is called as and that speed gives name it as electric impulse. Electric impulse. Now, as soon as this impulses reach in synaptic knobs, inside this synaptic knob, synaptic vesicles are present. Here, synaptic vesicles are present. What these synaptic vesicles do? Because of the trigger action of this electric impulse, immediately these synaptic vesicles release certain chemical, and this chemical is called as neurotransmitter. It releases neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitters are already present in synaptic vesicle and they release these neurotransmitters, which is chemical. These neurotransmitters enters in this region. This region is a region called as synapse. What is synapse? Synapse is a fine gap. Synapse is a gap between two neurons. From this side, after synapse, after one neuron, another neuron is already ready here. So this is the next neuron. So the next neurons, dendrites, are already present in this synaptic region. This is the synapse. Synapse is a fine gap between two neurons. So as soon as these electric impulses which reach in the knobs, from knobs these impulses with neurotransmitter fluid comes out here in synapse. This comes out in synapse. From synapse it moves to the tip of dendrite of another neuron. And in this way impulses passes from one neuron to another neuron. And this neuron or passing of impulse through one neuron to another neuron is in a unidirectional way. Like in case of circulatory system, we studied valve which help for ensuring the flow of blood in unidirectional way. Here synapse is there, and why this flow of or impulses move in the same single direction? Because synapse is present at only one end of neuron. This end no synapse is there. From this end only dendrites are there. Dendrites are not releasing neurotransmitter, but synapse is here and nerve ending is here. So nerve ending, synaptic knobs are there. This synaptic knobs release neurotransmitter fluid, and these neurotransmitter fluid with neurotransmitter fluid, that is a chemical. What is neurotransmitter fluid? Neurotransmitter fluid, in that glutamic acid is there, acetylcholine is there, noradrenaline is there. So these are the chemical which bring these ions. Actually electric impulse means what? That is the change in the frequency or level of ion. So it brings this ion and trigger dendrites of another neuron for further action. So here chemical setup of chemical reaction generate, which enters in cell body to axon to tip of the axon. As nerve ending is at one end only, that is the basic reason why electric impulses or impulses travels in a single direction, in a unidirectional, through synapse, which is a minute gap present between two neurons filled with neurotransmitter fluid. That is the process how this movement takes place. Let's see the structure of synaptic nerve. Actual synapse is like this. Synapse is like this. So in this way synapses are present where lot many mitochondria are there and synaptic vesicles are also present. These are the mitochondria and here these are the synaptic vesicles. As soon as impulse comes here, immediately this impulse triggers synaptic vesicle, and here some channels are there, openings are there. Through this opening, this synaptic vesicle with this ion release chemical called as neurotransmitter. This chemical is called as neurotransmitter, and with help of neurotransmitter, these impulses reach up to the dendrite of another neuron, tip of the dendrite of another neuron. This is another neuron, and in this way from one neuron to another neuron, these impulses move in and carry forward up to the central nervous system, that is the brain and spinal cord. So this is the structure of neuron. Next we will study about the types of neuron. So here we complete today's class.